Hello, one and all. This is Lovelocks back with This is the Police. Moving on to day, I think this is day 3. We've got some headlines here. Feminist organization denied official registration. Sorry. Enemies using feminists to destroy Freeburg. Robespierre to reveal his identity when the time is right. Who's Robespierre? I think we've heard that name before. All right, feminists. Seems to be an important theme to this day.
Whenever I'm alone at home and there's a knock at the door, I always hope it'll be my wife, Laura. She's always forgetting her keys.
Hello, my name is Steve, and you're Jack Boyd, is that right?
Oh.
To get to my front door, the Bible boys walked about a mile from the local bus stop, jumping over mud puddles and skirting a couple of landfills. Laura doesn't go in for religion either, but according to her, these brave lunatics with their fake smiles deserve at least a minute of attention. She patiently listens to them, asks them questions, regales them with pastries, and never once dropping a hint of condescension. When I watch her do it, I've got to admit it gets me. I'd have hugged those boys, sat with them on the porch and lit up a cigar. But a month after Laura left, all I could do was quietly ask them not to bother me. Today I'm a little rougher still. Shut the door on his nose this time.
So
Another
Laura's left
couple
us.
weeks at this rate, and I'll be greeting anyone who comes close with my service pistol pointed towards the sky, ready to fire my warning shots. In my life, even the basic stuff never goes like it's supposed to. Normally, when a wife is going to leave home, she'll make a scene, or at least sit everyone down for a serious conversation. But Laura just disappeared. The children in the stories always stand on the side of the mother, but all 3 of our sons supported me. The in-laws always blame the husband for making their daughter unhappy. But now Sally, Laura's mother, well, we sort of have a pact.
Interesting.
The fellow Laura ran off with is young enough to be her son.
Oh, okay.
I hear he's 30 years old. Of all the possible information a man can know about his wife's lover, I get hit with that. Fortunately, Laura's mother doesn't like the way it sounds either. Sally figures this guy just thought he'd have some fun with a mature woman, but he'll be back chasing college girls before the year is out. So we have an agreement. Sally's gonna track down Laura and try to reason with her, and we'll arrange a meeting. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to not do anything stupid, which of course means anything at all. It's a crazy situation. I'm the police chief, and the person I'm trusting to find my wife is an old woman armed with a phone book. But I can't afford to lose Sally as an ally. So for the moment, I had to swallow my pride.
Hello.
Mrs. Markham, this is Boyd.
Oh, is there any news?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Have you found anything? An address, phone number? Have you spoken to her?
Don't worry, Jack. I've narrowed the range to 2 suspects, or whatever you like to say at your police building.
At my police building, we find people faster than a funny old woman chirping on the phone with my wife's girlfriends.
Oh, you're an old man, Jack. Come to your senses. They'd give us straight odds on the street. But I've got more energy, Jack. Maybe you think I'm a foolish old woman, but I go to my book club, argue with the girls about Byron, and it gives me energy. I talk to my dogs, and it gives me energy. And you have nothing, Jack. You don't even have a hobby. You got no passion. It's why Laura left you.
Let's not go back into that, Sally. Find my wife, and we can discuss my hobbies later. I'm waiting for your call, and my patience is running thin. Laura, if you've stopped loving me, I'll let you go. I can't expect the impossible from you. Just don't let me die out here, okay?
Okay, so I wonder if how our police work is going to incorporate into finding Laura. My dog's birthday, and I want to spend the day with her at the park. Can you let me off? What? Dog's birthday? No? That's ridiculous. But he's like my best guy. I wonder how that's going to affect things. Okay, we've got a really good lineup here, I think, for this day. Let's go the green dudes with instruments. Who's the Sweet Ginger Green? Pierce Pickering Ragtime 5. Let's do it. Some ragtime. What? Fire all black cops from City Hall. Racist gang has recently made some trouble in the city. They're capturing black townspeople and beating them to death. Holy shit. This game is getting serious, and this music does not match a tone. They recently sent a message to a local radio station promising to kill all black doctors, firemen, and police. We don't need any more dead police, especially not mere months before the election. The racists are gaining more and more followers, and even some of our citizens support them. You'll have to fire all your black employees over the next 2 days due to mounting racial tensions. No, I'm not going to do that, actually. Someone commits a serious crime and flees the scene. The case goes to your detectives. Oh, so that's what happened. A couple people got away. So our detectives can try to investigate them, I guess. They investigate the crime scene, interview witnesses, and gather whatever information seems pertinent. One of your detectives will be lead investigator on the case. You can assign additional detectives to any case who will work under the lead investigator as subordinate. The more professional the lead investigator, the more effective the team. Makes sense. Homicide in the ghetto. Black activist Ronnie Moore was found shot outside his home. Wow. I don't know. Let's get Armstrong on there. I don't know how many I should put because I don't know how many investigations I'm gonna have to do. Maybe I should save 2 for the next one. I'll save 1. I'll save Mole. Destruction of property at City Hall parking lot. A member of the city's cleaning crew saw an elderly man approaching some expensive cars in the parking lot carrying a long iron rod. The whole street could hear him shouting, "Bastards, thieves, bloodsuckers!" That's not really a big deal. I'm gonna send, Quatch or Quack. And Price. Yeah. Okay, I wanted to make some changes to the shifts. Because Shift B is a bit overloaded now with people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll probably send like Charleston, Shift A, and Mole to Shift A. Hey, do I have anyone else? I've got no more slots. And that'll be good for now. Wait, are we out of music already? Okay. Try to keep the mood upbeat because there's some serious stuff going down. Carjacking in the suburb. A gas station surveillance camera recorded a car that's on the stolen vehicles list. This is a big one. Send line out. Send 3. The investigation has started on the homicide. Oh, cool. Preliminary work. Detectives have interviewed witnesses, collected evidence from the scene, and are pursuing the investigation. Expect results. Oh, cool. There's like, they're putting together the sequence. Or do we have to do that ourselves, I wonder? I hope we have to do it ourselves. It kind of reminds me of Danganronpa, which is another game that I'm playing where you have to like, after a trial, you have to put together the series of events that occurred. Mr. Graham. Eric Graham, a drunk witness. They drove by in a sedan and they shot like a machine gun. I didn't see much. Mr. Clayton, the neighbor. I only heard a few muffled shots. Mr. Carr, another neighbor. He got what he deserved. He's been causing trouble for a long time, and recently there's been lots of cursing and carrying on. Not really much there. Stacy Cobb, a witness. I don't remember the car, and the neighborhood was quiet. I never heard any shots. Mr. Graham is like the only one that's giving me like some real good evidence. Joe Carpenter, a neighbor. The police these days don't do nothing. I almost died myself. Went to buy some medicine and was nearly hit by some idiot's car. Let's see how the police is supposed to prevent that. So we've got no frames. I think we got the beginning and the end, but we haven't been able to put together. We haven't put together the mid parts. I wonder if we're supposed to. I guess we'll find out. Oh great. I gotta take these crimes more seriously. I thought I fired this guy. You know what? I'm getting rid of this frickin' Price guy. Too old. Yes. Get Thomas S. Chang in here. It's for B, right? Trying to stay upbeat, but there's some real negative stuff going on. Suspicious individual in Desire Park. Corey Ramsey, mother of several children, has expressed her concerns about a suspicious man wearing bifocals, seated on a bench beside a playground. He's been watching the children for over an hour and has taken several photographs of them. I gotta not screw up anymore. Carjacking a suburb. The driver is nowhere to be seen. Witnesses, interview potential witnesses, search the car. Wait at a safe distance for the driver to appear. Let's car. Got him. Civilians unharmed. Okay, good. That could have been bad. Pretty quiet right now. Suspicious individual caught. Good. So we've only screwed up one crime. Kazuki Tamura. Mr. Boyd, I'm opening Freeburg's first martial arts club, and for my first exhibition, I want to hold a sparring match where one of my students takes on your toughest cop. And after the fight, I'll teach your man a few tricks, something that will help him out on the streets. I like, you know, I should send him Price. I'm of two minds about these. I don't really want to do like a lot of these side things because it's kind of morally objectionable, but I also want to see how these, like, what they result in. So I'm going to send Quatch, see what happens. Like, is this guy just going to lead the police force again? 'Cause I kind of need him. Okay, your detectives present frames, different versions of what might have happened at the crime scene. 3 new frames. Open investigation. Clues and frames. They get it wrong half the time, but a good cop can separate fact from fiction. They know how to look at the case materials. The more professional detectives working on an investigation, the better their guess. Sequence. To get to your suspects, you'll need to figure out the true sequence of events at the crime scene. Using the frames you think likely. Sometimes a little guesswork. Okay. If you add it all up, but the sequence fails, you're probably telling the wrong story. Okay. I guess I won't get more frames. Is this all I get, or can I give it more time? Muffled shots. This is probably reliable. Mr. Graham was drunk, so it might be drive-by might be right, but maybe not machine gun. What is this? Drug lord? Maybe like... Yeah, I don't... you know what? I don't really know yet. I feel like there's not enough frames here to get the complete sequence. Let's wait a bit longer on that. Investigations. So it's still... I guess it's still ongoing. So just got Quatch out there. Fight at Kevin's Throat Bar. A bartender reported that a fight had broken out between a patron and the bar's bouncer. The man, apparently drunk, had climbed onto the stage while a local singer was performing and tried to sing a duet with her. Okay, it's ongoing. Let's send Birdie and Charleston. Let's get another song here. Go, Singin' Him by John Sangster. Cool. This is a song to play. Okay. Kazuki. Chief, I just about nailed the Jap a couple times. Oh, great. But he was too fast for me and won on points. So got... I apologize, guys, if, like, you take offense to some of the terms. I'm just reading what it says. I don't really understand all the rules, so I can't keep track of points very well. But he showed me a few tricks after the match. I got carried away a little and pulled my back. I think I can take the day off. Fuck. That probably wasn't good. So that's nighttime. Got a fight. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Excellent. End of day. Okay, so we failed one crime. Price is gone. I think we should be good to go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Moving to A, moving to A. Crossing the A. Oh, I see. It's showing the people that I've moved to A in here. So that's good. Let's end the day. On to day 5. Officer Blaine explains, I thought she was a suicide bomber. Bear Rogers. City has no problems with racists. Really? Retired police officer Thomas Blaine shoots pregnant woman? This is not good. Thought she was a suicide bomber. Oh, this is not good.
Why would a man need a barn? To store all the stuff you can't bring home. About 30 years ago, back when I was young and interested in farming, I carried all kinds of junk home. After a day in the field, I'd come home with buckets, shovels, dirty boots and clothes, and instantly transform the living room. But even back then, there's something I always kept in the barn.
Uh-oh. I don't know if I like the sound of this. Oh.
I stopped keeping my pills inside the house because every time I was about to take a triple, someone would knock on my bedroom door. Now they're knocking on my barn door. Well, fine. It's not every day that someone comes to visit your barn. In all the years we worked together, Kendrick never came to visit the house. We drank at bars, went fishing, went to the mountains, even chased off some poachers one time. But he never came for dinner with the family. We never watched football over here. And now he's brought his friends to visit my barn.
Not a good sign.
I always try to look unsurprised, like it's an everyday thing to get visitors at the old barn, especially guests with their own personal bodyguards. But Kendrick is sharp enough to see he's caught me with my pants on backwards.
Sorry for the surprise, Jack. We saw you from the car. Figured we'd find you in here. I'm going in for a minute, fellas. These guys will wait outside.
How long you been dating the lover boys?
They're Sans people, Jack.
Oh.
Yeah. So now you're appearing in public with
He's
members
in
of the
deep.
mafia?
Jack, I'm leaving tonight. More like fleeing. Jenny and I are taking the girls and making a run for it. Probably won't be seeing each other again. I've got new documents, a new name, a new life, everything new.
The papers say you're still working your last week for the department.
I've got to get out today. I won't be getting another chance. Don't know if you noticed, but the whole city is against me.
You told your mafia friends about your plans.
Jackie, if I don't fix everything with them in the next few hours, they're going to kill me. And not just me, my family, my relatives, God, Jack, I don't know who else. They found out that I was planning to run and they demanded that we close our contract today.
Is closing the contract
Your
mean?
contract, Frank? Really? Is that how you talk now? Maybe you should call in the lawyers to straighten all this out.
Now is not the time, Jack, please. I have a commitment to them until the end of the year. They need an inside line at police headquarters. I can't just give them back the money. That's not how the mafia works. If I can't find someone I can trust tonight, I'm dead. You know me, Jack. I wouldn't ask you if I wasn't afraid they'd cut my daughters to pieces before sunrise.
He's the damn fool who puts his daughters in the crosshairs in the first place. Anyone in my place would have dressed him down good. But I didn't want to pile it on. Fate's already got this guy's soul in the grinder.
I wonder if we're going to be able to make a decision here. Oh, man. I think this is kind of like the point where we have to decide what path we're going to go down. I'm going to refuse to help him because he made his own bed. He's got to sleep in it.
I'm not gonna lecture you, Frank. I don't think I have anything to say that you don't already know. I'm sorry for your family. I wish them all the best of luck.
Might regret that decision, though. Back to they don't show his face. Only means that we're not going to see him again. I think I forgot to feed my fish back at the house. Can I have the day off? No! There's a big sale going on today and I don't want to miss it. Can I have the day off? No! Are you kidding me? A big sale! The horrible excuses. How many officers do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 3 detectives. Okay, let's go. Let's I don't think we've heard this one yet. Don't You Leave Me Here, Pierce Pickering, Barrel House Jazz Band. Let's go for it. From G-Tunes. Request to City Hall. No matter how you treat the city's administration, your police station is at their mercy. In order to maintain reasonable working conditions, you must send the appropriate requests to the mayor. Okay. There's like salary and stuff. Request to City Hall. Decisions from City Hall depend on whether they're satisfied with your work. You can send requests once a week. The fools in charge of the city may refuse outright, or accept only some of your requests, so only ask for what you really need. Okay, well, weekly salary. Do we have an idea of how we're thought of, City Hall? I think I need more officers so I can send a full complement out every time there's a crime. I have haven't had to use SWAT yet, so... we don't have any room, although maybe... Who's here in the labor market? You know, I'd rather just get rid of Birch Jr. You know what? I should save some people. In case we run, like, we have some kind of random event, like a police officer gets killed, or I send them off on one of these random jobs and they leave. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Here's your week's salary. City Hall hopes we don't disappoint. 1,200. Okay, we have 8,100 day 5. We need to make 500,000. That's pretty bad. Eddie's Burgers. Disorderly conduct. Every morning there's a dirty, piss-soaked bum sleeping at the cafe. The man refuses to go away and growls at anyone who approaches, scaring all the customers. Okay, It's not a very big deal. Robbery, Touch of Dionysus's liquor store. Witness looked on from her window while an armed man with a stocking on his head entered the nearby liquor store. This is big. Stovall, let's send SWAT in too. First time we've really done this. Let's just send everybody. Oh, this is not good. Hopefully, I'm praying that there's no additional crimes, because Birch Jr. Shit. Residential area fight. Hot dog vendor reports that he saw 2 Elvis impersonators grappling right there on the sidewalk. They're swearing in Spanish and beating each other with microphone stands. Sure, go for it, Butch. That sounds like a fake report. So, I'm hoping that's the case. Excellent. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. I really need those guys back ASAP. The shop has 2 exits from which a few people have already fled. Drive a patrol car right through the front window. Sneak up to the back door. Enter the store through the main entrance. Let's go back door. The stick-up man noticed the police presence and took the cashier as hostage. He holds his gun to the hostage's head, shouting, "Back off or I'll blow his goddamn head off." Meanwhile, the cashier is yelling in an unknown language. Get your face, drop the weapon. Silently take aim at the robber. Probably drop your weapon. Robert grows visibly nervous. Don't shoot, please. I just need the money. I'll just take a little bit and go. No one was hurt. Cashier begins to cry. Shoot the robber. There's 2 ways out of the shop: in cuffs or in a body bag. I think we need to be a bit tough with the guy. I mean, he's showing that he's nervous. We're not gonna let him leave. But maybe we'll have an option to... See, I'm concerned that if I pick this, then he'll be able to... We're actually are going to let him leave. So I'm going to do this. Officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Perfect. That's the biggest crime I've had to deal with so far, I think, except for the homicide. And how's this going? Okay, like... I don't know how that's gonna work. There's gangs and archive. I really wish I would just keep playing songs. Maybe there's something in the settings. Oh, municipal assignment from City Hall. It's a hot one today, and a lot of people are going for a swim. Last week, 4 people drowned on the beaches of Freeburg, and the press was in an uproar. Please send someone to keep an eye on things. Okay, send Robbins. We got another crime. Jack, this year the organizers of the Golden Beast Hunt suddenly changed the rules of the annual shooting contest It now features teams instead of single competitors. Can you send me 2 of your finest marksmen? I'd really love to do well in the competition. I think I'm going to skip that. But we have a robbery to investigate in the city center. An antique Chinese necklace is stolen from Bao Liang while she was on the way to the pawn shop. Okay. I guess I'll put all my investigators on there. Doesn't seem like this happens very often. I'm gonna ignore this call because it's a waste of time. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen with Birch Jr. Offender escaped. At least no one got hurt. Okay, the investigation has started. Mrs. Liang said, me and my husband got into a difficult financial situation and I was going to pawn an antique necklace, which has been in my family for many centuries. As I was carrying the necklace to the pawn shop, someone ripped the bag from my shoulder and disappeared. I didn't have time to do anything, not even cry out. Not a lot to work with there, though. Mr. Fisherman, witness said the offender was on a motorcycle, drove down the road, grabbed the bag, and then escaped. Tried to race after him, but I didn't even have time to see if it was a man or a woman. So we got motorcycle, that's good. Drove down the road and escaped. Miss Olivares, a witness, said, I couldn't see his face, but he was dressed in a jacket, like those other bikers who hang around on the street corners. Ms. Phillips, a witness, says, it was definitely not a local biker. They are bald and have beards. But this guy looked Asian, probably Japanese or Chinese. Mrs. Patterson says, I didn't see a weapon in his hands, just saw him grab her bag and ride off. Okay. I'm gonna let that other investigation go for a day just to see what happens. And, take it from there. I wish there was more people I could hire from. The robbery. 3 new frames. This might be enough to do this. Guess this makes sense. Suspect is Kun Yin Lin, Chinese immigrant, recently expelled from university. Okay. Your detectives have information on the whereabouts of the suspect. Sometimes there might be a number of locations to choose from. There's just one. Suspect arrest. To carry out the arrest, 2 officers must escort the lead investigator to apprehend the suspect. If the lead investigator is not on duty, the arrest will have to wait. But remember that fugitives won't sit patiently until your schedule clears. For sure. Also remember that criminals will react in different ways. Frightened thief is likely to surrender as soon as the game is up. Brutal killer might want to see just how many he can take with him. With the more dangerous criminals, it's safer to send experienced officers and even the SWAT team. See fit. This guy doesn't seem like a very experienced. I mean, he's just got expelled from university. So let's send Tsubaki and Grant maybe. So let's just see if I see if I've heard any shots. Maybe I'm not gonna get more frames. Maybe this is it. But I don't understand where this. Oh, there's the car in the picture. Maybe it was like this? No? No? You see, it's not giving me the same thing. So I don't think we have enough frames. Interesting. Okay, what's this? Vandalism at Atticus Tower. A guard went out for a smoke and saw a teenager writing obscenities on the wall of the building. I chased the brat up a tree. You can take it from here. Okay. You know what? Let me just take a look at this other one. Destruction of property at the Gallery of Modern Art. At a gallery exhibition entitled Sex Operation, a gang of young people in ski masks forced their way in and began smashing the exhibits, shouting, "We don't need this shit in our city." Okay, this is a big deal, so... let's do this. This is more like, this is a Birch Jr. case. As in, not that big of a deal. Robbery. Offender caught. Okay, good. So I guess there's no casualties either. Case solved. You're able to arrest all suspects. Beautiful. And offender caught. So it looks like at the end of the day, it just waits to resolve all the cases that are outstanding, and then the day ends officially. Offender escaped. Officer unharmed. All right. Looks like tomorrow is going to be a long day. More like the first of a lot of long days. There's just too much going on. Maybe I should hold someone over. To hold over Tsubaki. Or Robbins. Hold over Tsubaki. End of the day. July 20th. Coincidentally, that is actually the day that these videos are going to be released, so that's cool. That it's actually syncing up to the current calendar. According to Dr. Maybe I should read from the left. Thomas Blaine, pregnant woman killer, sent to mental hospital. Probably deserved it. According to Dr. Eleonora Waterbury, Thomas Blaine has a new form of schizophrenia. Mayor Rogers not afraid of the competition. No story this time around. Oh, spoke too soon.
Mr. Boyd, there was a man here earlier. He left you this.
A man? What man? Who let him on this floor?
I don't know. I've never seen him before. I asked him his name, but he just ignored me. He was talking on a big telephone, you know, one of those portables. He gave me this envelope and left.
Damn. Okay, let's see about this.
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
The photo could have been doctored, of course. But Sand doesn't go in for cheap theatrics. Kendrick is dead. His family is dead. And they probably died slowly and painfully. But Sand's got a bigger game. He's not trying to frighten me. He's just trying to clue me in on the facts. I didn't agree to work for him on my own. So now they're just going to insist.
Oh, no.
Good morning, Jack. I believe you just received my message.
Who am I speaking with?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forget some people don't recognize my voice. But I assure you, Jack, if I was sitting right there in front of you, you'd have no trouble recognizing me. Like I was a member of your family. Even better than a wife, perhaps. A wife can betray you. No man is immune.
I don't talk to people who don't tell me their names.
Oh, Jack, don't be so childish. You're too old to run away from strangers. Yes, we both are. And in our old age, friendship becomes rare and all the more precious. But of course, we must work with new people and find out new names. So if you insist, Jack, let us formally meet. Hello, Jack Boyd. I'm Christopher Sand.
Wonderful, Mr. Sand. And what is it you do for a living?
Oh, you'll soon find out all about that.
I like that.
Well, you'll learn much more than a simple policeman could ever expect. You're a simple policeman no longer, Jack. Don't turn off your phone. You start today.
Good God. What have we got ourselves into?
8 in 10. It's been my go-to principle since my first day on the job. I've got to let my colleagues hush up what they need to, 2 out of 10 times, so that they'll help me with the remaining 8. 80 out of 100, 800 out of 1,000. I'm proud of those statistics. It's not so bad for Freeburg, right? But now I just officially became a mafia whore. I'm supposed to be fearing for my life, for the lives of my wife and children. But the only thing I can think, what's gonna happen to 8 and 10?
I'm wondering if we can take him down. The Brito. I accidentally broke my bathroom mirror while I was getting ready for work. My dad always said that's 7 years of bad luck. But I know that's a silly superstition. It'll probably only last 7 hours, but it might be a good idea for me to take the day off. No. I haven't heard a single good reason to take a day off yet. Today they're offering free admittance to all the museums in the city. I'm a big fan of art. Can I have the day off? No. What is with these people? Are there actually, like, do they actually ask you to take the day off for a good reason? Like maybe a death in the family or an illness? Guess we'll find out. Man, things are getting serious though. Not only in the city, but for our situation as well. Let's go more dramatic. Chopin. So, penalty from City Hall. Please be advised that we are dissatisfied with the efficiency of Freeburg PD. We are cutting the budget of the department. Because we didn't fire all the black cops? Assholes. You lose one job slot, removing an occupied slot, you automatically fire an employee. Easy enough. Kyungyun Lin turned out to be a member of the gang called the Red Mass. He could help you to destroy this gang if you make him an informant. Yeah! Oh, cool. Oh, man. This game's getting better and better. Gang hunt. There are a number of gangs in Freeburg, and that means there's bounties to collect. Some of the criminals you come across will be members of one gang or another. In exchange for immunity, they may be willing to give up their bosses. Oh, man. That's so cool. There's a whole tree here. We can start investigations. Of course, that's going to take up our investigators. So if there's some murder or something like that we have to investigate, they won't be able to probably use them for those. So, but $20,000. Let's do it. Gang hunt, boss. In this way, you get your hook into the gang members higher and higher in their hierarchy. And ultimately, you can take down the boss. If you do arrest the boss, the gang will cease to exist and you'll get to claim a reward. One thing I have noticed is there's some typos in some of this stuff, but this is an early build, so maybe they fix some of those. Should be if you do arrest the boss. Members. There's also a reward for formally charging gang members. Whenever you arrest a gang member, you get a bonus, but your deal with this person is over. So you don't settle for a small fish. You use the small fish to catch the big fish. Beautiful. Ah, I see. No, let's just start to investigate. See how far we can take it. We can always arrest him if we want to. Receiving stolen property. Wise Dragon Restaurant. Ning he hid the stolen antique necklace. Oh, all of our investigators are tied up right now. Okay. So let's try this again. I thought I couldn't try every combination, but I guess not. Their victim is leaving the house. Let me take a look here. Drove by in a sedan. They shot like a machine gun. Yeah. Few muffled shots. There's like nothing there. Don't remember the car in the neighborhood was quiet. Never heard any shots. Nearly hit by some idiots. Oh, maybe. Oh, okay. So this is where he almost got hit by the car. And then see, it's not working. Unfortunate. Okay, so eliminate Red Mask Gang. This is coming from the City Hall. Bao Liang gave several interviews in which he spoke about atrocities committed by the Red Mask Gang. He embellished a lot and distorted the facts. If you want to keep people from panicking, you'll need to take down the gang within the next 4 days. Sworn oaths of the city. If you can't keep your promises, we won't keep ours. Yeah, whatever. Oh, but we can hire one more police officer, so that balanced out perfectly, and we got some more people to choose from. So I guess every, I don't know, every few days, every maybe 5 days or something, we get more people. Not sure what triggers that. You know, we kind of need more investigators, don't we? Also, we're getting rid of a lot of the riffraff, which is nice. So we're gonna need someone for shift A. So, Michael Shaw, you're in. And can we make a request? Okay, we have to wait 6 days. Attempted murder at Sugar Dream Confectionery. A young employee at the factory got into a fight with the manager, and is trying to push him into a vat of boiling chocolate. Sounds suspect. But just in case, send Purdy and Sabaki, just in case it's serious. Sounds like a false alarm to me, but you know, it's better to be cautious, I think. Is it like, have they just failed? Like, do we actually, we get more frames? Oh. I just had to put them in the right order. I thought I tried all the different combinations. Okay. Travis Horton, a known racist who already has several previous convictions. Okay, let's go. This is big. He's a murderer, so we're gonna send in some of our better people. And then that'll free up our investigators for the gang investigation, which is perfect. Attempted murder. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm glad it wasn't a fake call. Carjacking in the suburb. Parking lot attendant Dylan Burns reports seeing a teenager walking between cars, trying handles in hopes of finding an unlocked vehicle. Before the attendant could approach him, the teenager found an unlocked door and shut himself inside. A few seconds later, the teen drove shrieking from the parking lot, greatly exceeding the speed limit. He fled towards the suburbs. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. We're gonna get some people back soon, I think. Almost have Tsubaki back, and we've got Kochi. Homicide, offender caught. Perfect. And we were able to arrest all suspects. Let's get into this investigation. Oops. I thought we already had to click on this. I'll wait for Newberry to come back. Got a few days to solve this case anyways. So this is the carjacking. Officers have determined the car thief's location. Overtake the offender, block the road, catch up with the stolen vehicle, and open fire. No. Overtake the criminal, attempt to take him into custody. Yes. Offender caught, officers unharmed. I'm really glad no one's died yet. Okay, do we have... No, he's almost back. Can't see the investigators, unfortunately. Hostage situation. Oh my god. No, I can't see the SWAT. In the suburbs, a weeping child called in, saying that someone was holding him against his will. They won't let me go outside. They torture me and bully me. I don't think I can keep going. I want to go outside and see Pete. Okay. Well, this could be... Sounds bad, really bad, but it could also be false alarm. Okay, Dewberry's back. Putting everyone I can on this. We almost have a few more officers back, which is good. It's gotten quiet all of a sudden.
911 in progress.
A theft at Rubinovich Casino. We received a call from an angry casino patron. He claims that one of the casino girls that was hanging around his table lifted his wallet, which is carrying a couple of $1,000 in cash and several credit cards. Casino security shoved him outside, saying that he was drunk, but the man isn't giving up so easily. Okay. So those two. I'm really curious to know if if the crimes are random. Sands need help. Oh shit. This is from Christopher Sands. Jack, we're dealing with a moron who refuses to repay his debts. Says that the police will protect him. I think it's time we show him whose side the police are on. I'm gonna refuse. Suck it. Investigation has started. I'm gonna wait for the frames and then I'll review all the evidence. We're gonna take down the Sands guy. Let's get some music. And also, you know what? I'm gonna check the settings here because there must be a way. Options. Audio. I guess not. Others. Gotta be some way to just have it randomly play music. Okay, the theft. Excellent. This one I'm worried about. Joseph Laurie's mother wouldn't let him go. Play until he ate his broccoli. Ugh. I knew it. What a horrible kid. An assault in the city center. Assault with a deadly weapon. In a parking lot exit, a security guard stopped a suspicious-looking van and asked to check the driver's membership card. The female driver pretended to take a map from the glove compartment, but pulled out a gun instead and opened fire. Okay, that's everyone. It's about as serious as it gets. This shift is great. Police cruiser is caught up with the perpetrator's van. Shoot out the criminal's tires. Let's use the, You know what? This is like straight up assault with a deadly weapon, so let's, try to run the van off the road. The van takes a sharp turn and crashes through the window of a sex shop. A woman exits the vehicle, grabs the shop attendant, and puts a gun to his head. Let go of that man right now. Whew. We sent some of our best, and our best got the job done. You know what? I'm going to give this lion guy a day off next time he gives me some bullshit excuse. He deserves it. He's doing a great job. Or maybe not. A bit of a hard ass. Okay. 3 new frames. Let's take a look. Right-hand man. Ninghe is the faithful assistant Jin Yang, a founding member of the gang. He's entrusted with the most serious jobs. Okay. Before the more valuable items are sold, Ninghe always keeps them at home. He then brings them to the Wise Dragon restaurant on the day before he's planning to make a sale. He had an immediate buyer for the necklace, so Ninghe brought the necklace to the restaurant the same night it was stolen. Okay. Restaurant. Usually the restaurant is open around the clock, but it was closed the night before because an important deal was going down. So that would be why he needs to open it using the... I mean, I could just rearrange these. That's the one thing I'm confused by. Like, do I really need to read this stuff? I think he has a key to the restaurant, right? Valuables are kept in a safe under the bar. Okay, let me just read this again. Before the more valuable items are sold, because I want to try to figure this out on the first shot. When items are sold, Ninghe always keeps them at home. Then he brings them to the restaurant. Looks like he's pulling up to the restaurant. And then unlocks it, walks up. Yeah, there we go. Chinese immigrant hasn't officially worked anywhere for the past 10 years. All right, let's send her best. Kochi. Songs. That's one note I'd make about the game. Also, there should be some option to just have the music playing continuously, and I'll take a look after this recording to see if I can figure out how to do that. Offender escaped. That's really bad. That's really bad. Missed the suspect. No! Jackie swore an oath to the city. You can't keep promises. We won't keep ours. I sent my best guys. Shit. Maybe it's because Tsubaki was tired? Can I give her like the day off or something? So I can't choose to give people a day off. It's unfortunate. Oh man, that sucks. That was a bad day. Racist gangs run wild in city. Investigation into Francis Kendrick could resume. Should resume. Mayor Rogers, I will bring order to the police station. Not so good, guys. Not so good. But I'm going to wrap up this episode here. Let me know what you think about the game, guys. I'm really digging it. I think it's something that I want to play to the end. This is Luckless Lovelocks signing off for now. And I love you all.